lately about our situation, but if we were ever dangling over the precipice of doom, now is the time. Everywhere you go, you're constantly reminded of our sad reality. You turn on the TV, it's there. You go to the internet, it's there. You go out to the grocery store to just pick up some eggs and some necessities in life, and it's there. You're constantly reminded that we are all distracted, doing our own thing, divided, deceived, and just a conquered people. And if we don't get this, what I'm saying right here, and if what I'm saying does not resonate with the truth, does not resonate with your spirit, then go ahead and reject it. But I'm telling you right now, if we don't get our collective heads out of our you know whats, we are going down. The objective of corporate media, and we talk about this, the observable objective of corporate media is to distract us, to deceive us, and to divide us. And the reason they want to do those things to us is because they want to conquer us. So what we need to understand is that we need to be united. When I call you guys my audience, I mean that. You are mine. You belong to me, but I belong to you. None of us is greater than all of us. We need to understand that this is personal. This is personal, it's individual, and it's public. And I like what, who cares who said this, okay? Who cares? Guard with jealous attention the public liberty, not the public health, not the public comfort, not the public ease, not the public economy. Guard with jealous attention the public liberty. You know how much, if you're in a relationship, you know how much you love your spouse or your mate. You know how much you love that person. And you know how jealous you would get if you found out that that person was giving attention to somebody else in a way that should only be given to you. Guard with jealous attention that public liberty. Because if you lose liberty, let me just make it personal. If I lose liberty, you lose liberty. If I become deceived, if I become distracted, if I become divided from you, you lose power. Same thing with you. If you become distracted, deceived, and you divide and separate from me, I lose power. It's kind of like if 50 of us were on a desert island that was filled with hyenas and jackals and just, evil, let's say evil entities who were constantly trying to come in and constantly trying to attack us and constantly trying to pick us off. You know, one of the most formidable beasts of the Serengeti Plain is? You know what one of the most formidable beasts is? It's not the wildebeest. It's not the hyena. It's not the jackal. It's not the lion. It's the wild dogs. And you know why they're so formidable? Because they can bring down any prey they want anytime. You know why? Because they guard with jealous attention their public liberty. And they will pick the biggest beast if they want to. They usually pick, something that's weak and they separate it from a herd. But I've seen them run down the biggest freaking beast. Look, look it up. It's on YouTube. They will trace and track that thing down. We're talking about a wild dog that weighs no more than 50 or 60 pounds. But they all take turns chasing this thing, and they always make their presence known. And this beast always knows that these things are there. So let's say it's a wildebeest. This big 500 or 600 pound wildebeest is being tracked down by a pack of 50-pound dogs. And they will track this thing down for 24, 48, 72 hours. And the entire time they're making their presence known. And this wildebeest's cortisol is building up in its blood. The fear factor is building itself up. And it's in a constant state of anxiety. And it constantly knows that if he rests for 1 minute, he's going to get pounced on by 150-pound dogs. So they separate this thing from the herd. Mistake number one, don't separate from the herd. Yeah, you may be strong, but you ain't near the strength that you could have if you were in that pack of 50 or group of 50 people on that desert island that's surrounded by all those evil people. The surest way to be devoured by those beasts in the forest is to go, hey, I don't need you guys. Pride, that's pride right there. That's the pride you don't need. Pride goes before destruction and a haughty spirit before goes before a fall. That's why it breaks my heart about Gematria News. You know, he's constantly, yeah. Not using any logic, always using ad hominems, always being a hypocrite. I need him. You need him. But he chooses to just, hey, I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to be an asshole. I'm going to make it as hard for you to be in a relationship. And I'm not talking about, when I say relationship, you and I have a relationship. It's a relationship built on the bedrock of truth. But when somebody is so proud, it's like, I don't need you. No, I need you. I need you. That's an admission of weakness and strength. None of us is greater than all of us. And the social engineers who are fabricating and scripting our society and literally our reality right now knows that they need to get into our minds to make us think that I don't need you and you don't need me. Well, I'll tell you this right now. I need you. I need you bad right now. And I need you to focus on one thing, and that's the public liberty. And I need you to guard with jealous attention that public liberty. And that's exactly what you need from me. Another thing you need from me is what you don't need from me is for me to compromise one nanoparticle on that liberty. If I start compromising on liberty, then I become compromised and I pollute the group. I contaminate the group. I become dead wood, driftwood that does nobody any good at all. I don't want to be that guy. So I'm incentivized personally and within the group to be the best person I can be, to constantly cleanse my mind and renew my thoughts and question my actions. That's what this life is all about. This life is all about getting through it together. And yeah, and I understand there's another part of what that founding father said. He said, guard with jealous attention the public liberty and suspect everyone who comes near that precious jewel. So you got to have this arms wide open to accept everybody, but also the mental faculties and the heart enough to admit, okay, this person is on a different trajectory that's not doing the group any good. It's not that we don't need you, man. It's just that we don't need you in that vegetative state. You're at a point in your life where you're pulling us down, not lifting us up. We need all hands on deck right now, guys. It is not hyperbole to say that we are dangling over the precipice of doom. And a big part of that has to do with us and our attitude and how we look at each other and how we look at life and how we view ourselves. There's some people who are so freaking proud. They're so high and mighty and so stuck on themselves that they actually think for a moment to conceive that they even give it a second's worth of thought that they can do this, they can go it alone. That's exactly where the social engineers want you. And then there are people who stay within the group who go, hey, I can't go it alone, but we can compromise here and compromise there. Compromise is exactly what's gotten us to the point that we're at right now. Compromise is a poison that you do not want in the cup as you're drinking that crystal clear water, because you as a thirsty man need that. There are things that we need in life every 24 hours a day. You need food, you need water, you need nutrients, you need shelter. You need sleep. There are things that we need. Another thing that we need, if we're gonna guard with jealous attention the public liberty, is we need each other, man. If I'm just one business in my town that's staying open and standing against all that is wrong that's going on in this world, I will go down. I will go under. I need the other shop owners by my side, and they need me by their side. But it takes effort, and it takes time, and it takes thought. It takes carefulness. It takes walking circumspectly. There's a verse in the Bible. I mean, people are going to be, Brian, you're using the Bible. You're not authorized to use the Bible. It's like, is it true or not? It's something like something to the effect of, see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, knowing that the days are evil. Guys, if we don't realize by now that the days are evil, we will never realize it. The days are evil. And I need you and you need me. You are mine and I am yours. We belong to each other. And we're only going to get through this thing together. We're only going to combat and resist, successfully resist. We can do it. It looks impossible. It looks like a pipe dream, but we can do it. I hope it's not false hope. But we can make it through and overcome and conquer the Great Reset. We can make it through and overcome what they want to bring along, the digital dollar, as they erase all currencies so that they can track and trace us and so that they can control us. We can successfully overcome the AI that's being built against us right now to replace humanity in this transhumanistic world these oligarchs want to create. We can only together overcome this medical tyranny that's just blanketing our land. My town is dying. And people don't understand what's going on. They're walking around blind, just complying. My town is dying. My town, this town that I'm sitting in the parking lot of this Walmart store. But my town, you look around, it's dying. It's dying. People are going out of business. People's families can't be fed. People are standing in food lines. They're dying. And they don't understand what's going on or how they got there. And I bet your town is the exact same way. I mean, look at this. Look at this. I mean, just look around. I mean, it's a dead parking lot, but look, my town is freaking dying. Look, this is my town, Tahlequah, Oklahoma. And we're dying. We're dying. We're dying. Every day that passes, every freaking news story that comes along that tries to distract, deceive, and divide us takes one more breath of our life away. And I'm sick of it. I'm freaking sick of it. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of seeing shops close. I'm sick of seeing people just complying and doing the things that they've never done before when there was way more serious diseases, if I can even say that on a live stream without getting taken down. Way more serious stuff has happened. This is so milquetoast what they're deceiving us with. But it's all because we don't, there's the cohesive family unit that when I grew up, you know, there was some dysfunction in pretty much every family and even in mine. But, you know, there was one thing that we always did. It's like we always came together at night and ate supper together. How many of you grew up like that? They want us divided from our families. They don't want us being real united with our friends. And when we do, everybody, it's all under this left versus right paradigm lie. We really got to get this together. We got to get that. The sands in the hourglass, there ain't many grains left. Ain't many grains left. I don't want to just sit here and make this a diatribe, but guard with jealous attention the public liberty. Thanks for the super chats. I didn't bring my glasses. I'm not going to be able to read it. And the last thing you need is my mug looking real close at the camera. So the next time I do a live stream, I will read out every single one of these super chats. I typically bring my glasses. I'm just getting back from the gym right now, and it's some of my best thinking that rattles around in my mind is done in the gym, because, you know, when you're at that, like, I don't know, when was the last time you went to failure on something in your body? Let's take your bicep or tricep or your chest or whatever. When was the last time you took a body part to failure, to literal failure? You cannot do one more rep. It's impossible. I'm not talking about you think you can't do one more rep. You know you can't do one more rep. The whole point of working out is to get to the point where you reach that wall of almost impossibility and then you break through it somehow. That's where the gains come from. No pain, no gain. It's true. I mean, it's not just a cliche. No pain, no gain. If you don't experience the pain, if you don't get to the threshold, if you do rep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you do all the way to rep 12 and the weight was too light, but you could have done 50 more reps because you picked too light of a weight, that ain't working out. That ain't doing nothing. Like Dire Straits said, that ain't working. That ain't the way you do it. Let me tell you, them guys ain't dumb. The whole point of doing those reps and picking the appropriate weight is so you can get to that point where you can't do one more. That impossible, painful, excruciating, highly uncomfortable rep. That coveted rep. That's the thing you need to guard with jealous attention. Yeah, liberty's hard. You're going to be fighting an endless battle of nonstop nincompoopery and fools telling you can't do it and it's impossible and there's no way we can make it without government. Without government, how could we build the schools? How could we have the roads? How could we build the infrastructure and the bridges? How could we possibly have clean running water without government? How could it ever be without a few psychopathic narcissists ruling us and taking our money and telling us what we should or shouldn't do, telling us what they think is best for our lives? How could we ever get along without those evil people in our lives? I think I think we can figure out some ways, and I think we can do it together. And I think we can have a way more prosperous society. Don't you think you would be a little bit more prosperous if somebody wasn't taking 25, 33, 37, 39% of your income? Don't you think you could make wiser decisions with your own money than some psychopathic bureaucrat in Washington's District of Criminals? I think you can. And if you think you can, put a like in the room. There's only 200 and something likes and 600, I can't read that. 600 and something people in here. That's not many likes, man. Because Brian, what you say sucks. Guard with a jealous attention to public liberty. Suspect anyone who comes near that precious jewel. Who do you think you are? Guess what? I'm nobody, but I'm somebody. I'm weak, but I'm strong. I have passion, and sometimes I fail. And I need you, and you need me. And we got to understand that. We got to, understand, not mentally assent to it. Not I think I understand, like it's buried and seared deep inside your heart and deep inside your soul. Greater love has no one than this, that you lay down your life for your friend. And what better way to lay down your life than go out and champion the cause of public liberty? It's up to you to be healthy. Who am I to say you can't smoke? Do I think smoking's bad? It's horrible. One of the worst things you can do to yourself physically is suck on a cancer stick. But if that's the way you want to conduct the affairs of your life, that's liberty. It's dangerous, but that's the dangerous liberty I want. I don't want peaceful slavery. I don't want somebody telling me that you can't have that sugary drink. You live in New York. You can't have 32 ounces of that stuff. It's poison. If you want to drink poison, then I will die for your freedom to drink poison. If you want to put Coke and Pepsi battery acid in your stomach, makes no sense to me. Like I was driving down the road. I think it was today or yesterday. I don't know. My days are running together. I was driving down the road and I just saw this guy walking down the street smoking a cigarette. And I'm like, this is 2020. We have access to the internet. Everybody knows that cigarettes give you cancer, or at least it majorly increases your chances of getting cancer. And he's going to do it anyway. Perfect picture of cognitive dissonance. I know this is going to kill me, but what the hell? You know you're probably going to have a breathing tube. You know that the last 25, 30 years of your life is going to be horrible. Your clothing smells bad. Your skin smells bad. You're starting to premature age. Your hair is brittle. Your nails are brittle. Your teeth are rotting out of your mouth. It's yellow. Your breath stinks like a dragon. But guess what? I will die for your right to do whatever you want to with your own body, because it's your body. Not good for you, but it's your body. That's dangerous freedom. That's what I want. That's what they don't want you to have. They, the Rothschilds, the Ziobanksters, the politicians, the Council of the Mighty, the Bilderberg Group, the Trilateral Commission, the Council on Foreign Relations. You know the they. So anyway, man, here's the thing. Guard with jealous attention the public liberty. If you are involved in the left versus right paradigm lie, as good as your intentions may seem, if you're embroiled in the left versus right paradigm lie and you're stuck on that, you're literally stuck on stupid. Because if you're for the left versus right paradigm, I'm Republican, man. I'm conservative. Conservatism is the only way we're going to get out of this thing. Yeah, well, conservatism brought you weapons of mass destruction. Conservatism brought you John Roberts, and John Roberts okayed the Affordable Care Act from Obama. We have Obamacare because a Republican appointed a Republican Chief Justice, John Roberts, and they approved you getting economically terrorized by the Affordable Care Act, which was not affordable at all, because the very first thing, you don't have to go beyond, how much did you pay for the website? How much did you pay for that website again, Obama? Oh, $1.8 thousand. I'm sorry, what was that? $1.8 million for a website. Oh, I'm sorry, what? $1.8 billion for the Affordable Care Act website for healthcare.gov. $1.8 billion for a website. Yeah, that's Affordable Care Act for you. When the government tells you it's affordable, or the government tells you it's patriotic, Patriot Act wasn't patriotic. Patriot Act, they should have called it the Tyranny Act. They should have called it the Unaffordable Care Act. The Unaffordable Pilfering Act. So what I'm trying to say is, I need you. I need you right now more than ever, but I need you to not compromise. And you need me to not compromise. And that's what we're going to be talking about with Anomaly tomorrow. I've been listening to a lot of Anomaly, and I don't understand why he doesn't understand, because it seems like he understands, but he just abandons the truth anyway in favor of this hope. Guys, abandon false hope. The social engineers know we are hopeful creatures, but you can't continue to put your flag, plant your flag in a false hope. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of your energy. It's a waste of your life. Man, everybody's going to die. Don't freak out about it. Today may be your last day on earth, and the last thing you need to be thinking about is a beer bug taking you out. That's the last thing you need. Matter of fact, you don't need to think about anything taking you out. You need to be busy, or at least about the business of living. Everybody dies, but few, I mean precious few men and women truly live. There are people alive who are not living. They're just waiting to die. They're so afraid that they're actually going to roll up their sleeves. Here, jab me right there, Big Pharma. There's people so freaking afraid that they know politicians are evil. They know politicians lie to them, but they're going to trust them? And they're going to trust mainstream media, who's done nothing but lie to us and deceive us and lead us into banker war after banker war? And you're going to sit there in your easy chair, eating your TV dinner, slurping down that Coke, and you're going to say, yeah, I trust Big Pharma enough to jab me with that needle and just put that final solution inside my body. Holy mackerel. And even still, that guy who's checked out in that easy chair, eating that TV dinner, slurping down that battery acid, we need him on the team. You know that cop, that psychopathic, narcissistic cop that's just nothing but a thug, a blue line thug? We need him too. No, we don't need him in his current state, but we need him to come around, and we need him to come around fast. All these military troops that are about to invade American soil to make sure that we got the Operation Warp Speed. We need them in truth. We need them to guard with jealous attention the public liberty. And we need to do our part and suspect anybody who comes near that precious jewel. Because nothing will preserve that liberty but downright force. And whenever we lose that force, we are ruined. And the only way we have that force, the true force that's going to do anything good, is if we do it together. United, we stand. Divided, we fall. None of us will ever be greater than all of us. I don't give a damn how much money you have. I don't give a damn how nice that car is outside that beautiful house you got if you're blessed with a beautiful house. It ain't worth a hill of beans if you don't have freedom. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Nothing matters but freedom. We're all going to die. Stop living in fear. Living in fear is not living. Living with an elevated cortisol level in your blood in a constant state of fear that puts you into mental paralysis to the point where it drives people to do things that they otherwise wouldn't have done. The only reason people have ritualistic shame muzzles on when you go out to shop or go out into town is because mainstream media told them to do it. And the only reason they're at a point where they're going to wear it is because they've been weakened in their mind. We need to constantly renew and strengthen our minds. So anyway, guys, I don't know, 522 likes, is that what it says? The reason I'm the reason I'm talking about the likes is the higher the like count, the like to dislike ratio, the more it overcomes the algorithm. And if you share and like, then we can really overcome the algorithm. This is a message I know everybody needs to hear. And they don't need to hear it just because it's coming from me. They need to hear it because it's the freaking truth. We're doomed. My town is dying. Your town is dying. And only I can't do it, but we can. We can stop it. We can stop the evil, but we can't do it unless we do it together. Ain't going to happen. Will not happen. As a matter of fact, we will solidify our doom if we continue to be splintered. We will solidify our doom as long as we continue to play the left versus right paradigm freaking lie. We will solidify our doom as long as we keep playing according to banker rules and mainstream media rules and political rules. And that's where tomorrow, if you don't know about it, I'm going to debate. I'd prefer to have just a cordial conversation with Anomaly. He has over 1.5 million Facebook followers, 207 or 208,000 YouTube followers. He's popular on Twitter. He's a voice, and we need him on board. And it looks like he's almost there. I need him. You need him. We need him. He needs us. I need you. It's all just like, man, and I'm not talking about sloppy, uncalculated kumbaya here. I'm talking about, I really need you. I really need you to understand that you need to have a personal protection device. I need you to understand that you need plenty of freedom seeds. I need you to understand that if you don't have long-term storable food, you need to get it, and I don't care where you get it from. I need you to understand that you need some kind of water filtration unit. I need you to, and because if you're taking care of yourself, then you're taking care of everybody else who needs you. And conversely, they're taking care of you. And that's only temporary, and that's utterly meaningless if you're doing it all alone. Let's say you got that long-term storable food. Let's say you have all the freedom seeds a man could possibly want. Let's say that you have the personal protection devices. You are easily swamped by the authoritized or any evildoer, group of evildoers who will easily overpower you. If you're on your own, you're dead. You're dead. No man is an island. Well, you can act like an island if you want to, but you're going down. That's what's wrong with us. We're all so splintered. Distract, deceive, and divide. Why would they ever change the formula? Why would they ever change it? It's worked so well. Why would they ever go off script from the Hegelian dialectic? We constantly fall for it. It's like, what was it? Lucy and Linus? Or Lucy, who is it? Lucy and Charlie Brown? Yeah, doesn't Lucy hold the ball for Charlie Brown? She's like, Charlie Brown's like, I don't know, like 15,000 times you've taken away the football. And she constantly goes, I promise I won't do it this time. And he falls for it every single time. That's us with the Hegelian dialectic. Problem, reaction, solution. If you're in fear right now, just stop. Just stop and ask yourself, what am I fearing? The worst possible thing that could happen to me is I die. And I'm going to die one day anyway, and it could be today. Just think of the myriad of ways that people have died in human history. It's going to happen to you. Stop fearing it and live your life. Live your life. Do good. Make friends. Be a good friend. Be of good character. Be of noble character. And you will be unique. You will be valuable. There are people in this realm of humanity that are not valuable. They have the potential to be valuable, but they're the politicians and the bankers, and they're the parasites that are sucking off of every last one of us, sucking the life out of us, sucking the time and laboring energies that we invest to go feed our families and support our communities. They're sucking off of us. Yeah, actually, we need them on our team too, but if they're not going to come, then we reject them. That's why you guard with jealous attention the public liberty, and you suspect anyone who will come near that precious jewel, and nothing will preserve that liberty but downright force. And as soon as we lose that force, and I'm talking about that collective force of you and me walking together toward freedom, securing freedom for ourselves and for other people, if we lose that force, we are utterly ruined. I'll see you guys in the next heavily censored shadow ban live stream. I'll shout out every single one of your super chats in another video. Please share this video. If you haven't liked this video, please give it a like before you leave. Share it with everybody you know. If you think if this message resonated with you, if it's in accordance with truth, if you think it's going to make the world a better place, if you think it's going to create unity, please share it. Please like it. I love each and every one of you, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. We're going to get through this thing, but we got to do it together. I'll see you guys in the next video.